Ura. For last week. Yep. And also, the man of Chapa. Now, since October, early part of November, if I must say, and last year, you didn't come out, you register the private lotto operators. No, yes, I'm more Makunya say, or person, or money, Juma 2023. No, or Monsign, yes, I'm more Makunya now, or Massa be register for the 2023 license year. And no, yeah, and they know on the 30th of November. Now, if you hold on, and from young for stakeholders here in Omo Dijumai. Say, I'm more break a crack, extending the cacana on to me more na almost on the Fatumi Kata, maybe. Sana, the BIA, no, most decision BIA take it behind. I na, you ever say it na, yen, yeah, beso money now, almost no, one high, na, money to me at Dijumai. Into Yachase extended the deadline from the 30th night and the extending to 29th of December. Thursday at Abbey. Now in Senkaya on 8 hour. You expect to say from now up to the day, Obi Biara on confer the forms, Obeko, the original officer or Patase. Now, Wakwakofa application form with a banker's draft of 200 cities. Before Obeko officer, and now Peter 200 cities banker's drafts.
Okay.
Now, what the original accountant, no idea application form. Ojo application form, no, so we are your best say Obeko fill application form, no. Now, by next week, no submit the application form, with the category of person we are Juma. Into Osha release na Moya will be a mamma na who say, yes, say, Obi Biara, or say, or yeah, a Jumano across the country. Last year, Yama Quenya say, one money and bay a Jumano so buy or be register. Yes, say, Opasoya Juma across the country. You 1.5 million cities. Now, open say, Juma, across the country. Now, last year, one bambe, far from living nations and Obemwa, and on your 2 million cities. Now, this last year, register, a lot of complaints. Now, Brumusa, one more day, Obu, say, I mean, I shan't region independent, Juma. Obi say, may. Eastern pet and I met my Juma into Jimmy 1.5 million sana as compared to people who are Juma across the country and now as an SCCB into a few inches and say quite and I say no now na maybe I want to man on that ACC Jaffu no data general etio more supremo Emma original breakdown of Obi officer here Juma in the regions no. Say won't pay national license now certain regions so are over to me at the Wontuma. Into Greater Accra region, officer here Juma or Greater Accra region I don't know over to 600,000 cities. Now officer here Juma or Ashanti region so over to 600,000 cities. Now officer here Juma Istina and no 500,000. Now Western 300,000. It is Greater Accra, Greater Accra. Western 500,000. And Bota 200,000. Western 300,000. Bota 200,000. Central region is 200,000. Western North 200,000. Bono region 200,000. Bono East 200,000. Oti 150. Upper East so 150. Upper West, and so 150 for 100,000. North East 100,000. Savannah 100,000, and another region 100,000. About 2 for now say last week, and I made medical kind. Now, one of our complaints to Nana, and they say, "Go to a Juma, Kesia was sentiment." Now, your yellow to a Juma no see ya, you bet me up
Okay.
Yen pese ye best say obi for Juma sana baby America. Here as America buy one or more banker to banker operations and no more Juma money to make that. They could have taken a decision, say, because they didn't have any authorization to do what they were doing. Yeah, bear more Juma. And so, like I said, that well, who said we have a lot of operators, almost around 5,000, 10,000 writers. Now, 10,000 writers, it is a major company. It's be a Juma be a Juma fan for 10,000. Now, a major part. Apart from the police service and maybe Ghana Education Service and Ghana Health Service, we don't have any single company and as an institution nipa pass in lottery. We took a decision say obi adwuma ma obi adwuma mbono now so kakra esese oba o man no ho na yetumi di ye puntunduma kakra esese eba the local assemblies ho na umutumi di ye puntunduma lottery no. The World Lottery Authority insists that every lottery organization does good causes. Good causes, no, and then so you are setting up good causes foundation. Into ye quay any mono, ye shakra, I say, ye registration, you bet to me lottery companies near regions in Muabomu. Near to me, my specific projects in the regions to undertake as good causes. Into say a G, and ye ever come in Abumu say, Munko renovate. Block be mine, and answer Munkosi school be, and answer Munkoye hospital be ye or Ashanti region Maya, ye bet you me. Now, so now I want to say the last time you close at the end, not only 2 companies in Ashanti region that are far from.
Wow. We
have over 60 lottery companies operating in Ashanti region, banker to banker operators operating in Ashanti region. In Nanakacha is all the extension now, any day person boy so the enwie obi bi ewie na one fa form no obet transfer mu nyina into a meeting na wa tell mu say yesimu na ye start compliance na emo obia mfa janto ankomo obia ye nim nkofo a last year ye this year ye compliance no mo call politicians or mo call president for mo call with other people Oheneba baby as I say ye Ghana ye baby I do know me MPP ni Mr. Oku Samuel Oku MPP ni pa now so baby ye party nso edu no as I say ye pe kwan bi so nye pesca edeboa the finance ministry na finance ministry nso nya ntumi twitwa mo ye no ma ebeboa na party nso atena abemo. So we all have a responsibility towards making this government work and breaking the age work. Into Adiano and ye MPP NDC.
Yeah.
So you see, say a better compliance. From January, no, we are going to station our Lotto tax force in the Ashanti region for a permanent Lotto tax force in the Ashanti region. And Oheneba, this time we are not going to allow anybody.
Wow.
And who has concession that they are more and so yeah, MOBI, yeah, Juma without authorities. In the last year, because of Nesicado Sono, Kibimu, one of almost one year Juma Ashanti, and Bimu was share against the phobia. I feel you know, and into Yatia say, I say, Obi Biara, or Pesa Odi Jumano, Ewa original, Yaman Pine, so no one sombra, no so imagine the form, no so yet a Jumanibi personally. Yeah, better ye beba near ye compliance, near beba na o kiosk eye Oheneba Lotus nanso ye be hwe wo book a wo de adwuma no na Goodfellow Lotus eno de yempene
right
wo yo Oheneba Lotus abra na paper form ni na wa nso fa wo book eno bibia di dwuma anything na ya on the regional basis it reduces Ganama regions no.
yeah
Every muso Sikano it's difficult to pay it at once. We are not asking you to pay all at once. Bra.
right
We are a human institution.
sure
Obana be my payment plan. So minimum my license, my license libi. And so Asante region 600,000 maybe at this amount there to a moment me 2 months and 3 months na me 2 years. You better see.
all right
Adi I am person here and say in for befa to me befa embrace on sense or what your mumba and yet now so by I am using this opportunity.
right
I feel crazy, but I'm using this opportunity to caution people that we are serious about compliance, we are serious about raising the needed revenue to support government, and we are not going to allow anybody to do what they like.
right
Oheneba Lotu Edumano, Oko Amama Iswa, the preserve of government. Dear buying baby Emma private individuals in Konya because you see, we are Lotu Edumano, na baby Biara, I will be now Muno, Utua wins you, says getting in a quite my home, I buying the
input to Juma.
TRCS private individuals in Ghana should also be in the space. What we'll ask is that who anybody who comes for equity must also come with clean hands. So they account of Potokasem. I won't say yes, say what you mana. Near Yedia said, it's a idea, they are tour. Just didn't say so. They ignite you man if fair. Cote
Okay.
d'Ivoire, Sana last time it raised over $600 million from lottery. Omu besia lottery issue here. See, you know, more banker to banker in Chelsea, and you may send the episode here. Na womonso kakrawa omo no womuso nya no omuche bi ma ban na ban nya bi omuche bi ma KM ne other assemblies that was centered in. I am sure the development that in na yebani betumi anya.
All right.
Yemu yesimu na good cause ye na na private lotto operators in so ye omo dia. You be hu say omane be peja. Ade e kan say I am Muslim no ye compliance na ye nya our first point of call is the kiosks. Your back years and operators and or you buy a writers and a team. If your best writer be team and pay from next year, Obi Biara person here do mamma. Yes, so Mount Parkono and Trail the 2 meter or the year Juma. And Sana, what you say, obey your Jumana.
Okay.
Because fortunately, Chief Justice as a chief local court, our crime, and Attorney General so boy and more prosecuted. My prosecutors on standby. We want to help government raise revenue. Yeah, too. Say and say I there two a webusua. Your mouth so I need no bank time for prosecution. Local courts are ready to prosecute these persons. If Jaw Asante region na wako obiabe patch obiama. We are serious about this operation. We want to ensure say you bring just sikaba aban futu. Yes, say what you might say, Kakrawa, as so you might would, as I say, would ya, at the chair at the wow on my for money, dear mine, now so far. If for your operation, you are in Copo. Now, not books, the records are why sales books are why not on about 1 week, not the sales wire 3.4 million. Tax and tax and local authority on Tiashi. Inti we de had this idea.
Okay.
All right. Na best obi bia so won no ye adwuma. Customers won ko kios no so kotwa. Eye NLA die no na wo kotwa na banker to banker die no na kotwa. Udu ha biso no pa ko no say o tumi krata o de ye adwuma. Answer na watch out because Oheneba 3 days ago obi ba office. Na we winning 150,000 cities. Or say Okoye no bako kutwa won bako na dwane afiko mo na ye hwe oba en say hwe records ye nim company no ko na no ko ye adwuma and inti yabesre customers no so moko kios no na banka to banka ni bi na opa isano na ensure say or Wontumi card or the year so to now buy and wa we can rely on our information and get to the person to do the right.
Sure.
I did a crying boy, person was more bankers or money, you more bank guarantee so that as NBC, Yamin Fasamba, or be to map, operator be to map up to you. So we should be able to rely on us bankers to do the needful. Inti Nina may say, I ever see at the boat on Ombra. It's ever said, a month for boy, writers, no. Before San Americano, before Bayer Juma Mobino, Isano. Because they bet you I do be doing time now, but back with them no talk on the baby, you know, one say, on no year Jumano, no what the Mukaka. Yambassi a bank convenience of ya. It's your best. Okay. The map will be also official. Your best Thursday, in Indian, so that we can have a very serene system to work in.
All right.
Yeah, that's
a good fellow day of fair a PRO. Adema, the National Lottery Authority, NLA, and inti edin common me pacho masumwa application for 2023 line season year no deadline no Thursday 29th December 2022. That is next week Thursday na abana wie say one call na wanko ankoje okrata na no mani nkomo anwia na chese wa wasemwa no entino ne kra no the good for the betwa to answer me jana kwan kra senior
na me ka se me de mi regional manager ana ko for to ebi me manager kasa na wa kire mu a
yeah
and to me person me de era jo data number 2 ja
okay fatuja mama na mama ngwa fere so mama tu show mu am tie mi no we business purely business if ada ma do tuja mama
but the number here 055 252 0988
055-252-0988.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I know you do that.
Joe.
The Obibia has a cover from Obibia Open to or you are not support to even fill the form. You are do that, ever for
okay. But that's a pa. Any a good fellow, and okay, Yamra na Yamabon Comboy. Joy Industries main cancer sell or the vehicle 20 aba at the amount. Na Koreko Tobi Uyobia we Juma espresso app Uyobia Otenya code because of environment Oye Juma Otenya tummy troubles Uyobia Oye Juma Kakrebia Otebre Ewini Pedianima Bebacha number ni 0244 48 76 0244 87 63 21 0244 87 63 21 and 0244 58 55 31. Obako pharmaceutical shops are a brand one na Vico 20 no your ultimate immune system support drug no Oko Akojodie just to optimize your immunity. Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic 0245958768 and our friend laboratory service, scan service, physiotherapy and home clinic. Bebacho Oyebi Ewanasuye stroke, diabetes, hepatitis B, infertility, impotency, asthma, skin diseases. Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic. Call them once again on 0245958768. Ubehuomu Kochi Kumase one head office no anyhow. Accra, Kaswa, Kofredia, Takrade, Takwa, Sinyani, Sari Junase, Dunkwa, Anafin, and Afi Goso. Obenya B. El Honam. Sky Water. It's your premium natural mineral water. Sky Water, your premium natural mineral water. mebacho obehu omum e Ditcham so Plaza Street no Old Health Insurance Building no na wakotu dosopu e de akofie ane abusuafo akọ nam e 0501 447107 eno e de food source omaduro no e well lady obapa capsules ane junior abrantier capsules Colina Heba, Hame Heba, Dani Heba, Fredimans Heba, Apidank Heba, 0257 030962 0257 030962 Food Source Production Koje Edru Papa Nam well the Obapa capsules and a junior Abrantier capsules. Commander.
Yes, my boss.
Africhapa.
I think come to him fierce.
Na apum.
Yankopo de Kwanya ho de achempa Johnso.
Nyamenadom yenso wakra ye.
Yes.
Abusuafo nyina ho ye.
Nyamenadom abusuafo bia ho ye.
My wife ho.
Odi na woda nche mejiri so ya we.
Na the birthday no chese mentese kwan kra fa so a Mrs. birthday ni timi escape me sir. I'll have to celebrate her today. Na yebona baso.
Sure.
Ya wishing her well. Na menka no ho, onkra no, ombo no ho ban. Omye kwan ma no. 2023 oma ne nyana fe.
Amen.
Na nakoma so ade bia no Awurade enye emfa emma no.
Amen.
What's it to say? How are you ending the year?
Not with so much. Any polling station in Benya encounters na yeno mo didi nkomo together with the member of parliament and the entire executive senior. Yeah, wish you more a Merry Christmas for the year. Encouragement towards next year. Basically, so na yeno mo didi nkomo. Apart from that, the same in say in the midst of all hardship we made na musisi nyina no. Obuase anwan kwantan kwa mebe no second coach fidie nso gu kwan so mo sa yes adwumedi no edemane. So I lifted the image of Obuase as the both districts including other development about Obuase. So the year 2022 in all no enye bad ma Obuase being the negative side ebe ban the positive side now we ni na the positive side and outweigh the negative side. Inti Obuase Nyankopon adom bibia eye fine bibia so cause of party kama.
Enchia enkoma Honorable Faustina
Amisa
Obuase is DC.
And Elijah dance about now Obuase minister.
Oye juma pa.
Dr. Jonas Morris Wood ewa krofum. Eric Kwakukusi Casino ewa dance from na. They are such a wonderful people.
And Andrew Adubuahe
ewa dance
asokwa. Dr. Benasante say enene chira or the case you want to from
free
to Atonsu to Roman Hill,
and Atonsu
to Koyetia, and to free. I allow bas who na Dr. Benasante, Ebana Boho, Konekofubi. Na on so Christmas, the Oberton Crum dia coffee, no. So the car why they no also otimi at the Ghana gas, Penimpa, a Dr. Benasante, and I edit Serge Medina.
I don't say we are nipa unya bia na what trimam na so afoforo so. And I think exactly is the man no nyame adom okopie mu as the CEO for Ghana Gas. Nyakopon ahye mu nyam okwa bebre so. E do hu say afia no ahia. Apart from say afia no ahia, there has been so many things where ye de boa eye Asukwa Constituency no. So many things. Enti we no hu ni say ya de a wonye mfamboa enti amanfo bre any one house ma won kakra. So as part of the package and as the niema we ndada no. And I wanna we use Atonsu Agogo to KJTia and Atonsu Agogo to Roman Hill no. What the ASR free transport at the mount. Ye Kenya say Yakopon Shirano. Na Yamano happy Merry Christmas. Say what me a drink Ghana for almost a man dibre. A man I could do something personal drink. Dr. Ben Kedi Asante. Yami Onsha Bebre no news to will be answering Yamin one emblem.
Okay, and then any day chatter ye di jumedi ewa fimu the whole year. The abino party no, especially party from polling station elections, electoral area coordinators, constituency elections, region, and then national. It could be a year. Babisi and then tell me what you ought to say.
Oheneba say, I want Miss Abdul, my member in Chakasiama, Obuase Municipal Chief Imam. ɔsɛ no pabia no ɔtaa program pa.
I'm very grateful to him.
Fa ne nkyia kɛseɛ pa ɛma ɛne the clergy a ɔmo Obuase dodo na no na no pabia no mo wɔkyew aba odwumedi a woyɛ de somo my konkron Ghana. Ti anɔpɛ memfa mo nkyia kɛseɛ ma pa me wish ɔmo Merry Christmas. Na Oheneba ka ne sɛ awie no yɛmfa ɛyɛ nkyia kɛseɛ nso ma the regional executives headed by Ira Bernard Entwibosi the governor. Forever he remains the governor for Ashanti region. And in Misene Boda Bekoso Atere Ako Oman Ghana Afenu Enyina. A time will come the Bernard Entwibosi we see within the Ashanti region alone will not be so again. And me would say Yankopombe Pijano Edenako and Kain Asane Senia Yehuna Imprempreno. Yeah. One in entire executives in Yachia Bibia, the communication director Dennis Kwakwa and the youth organizer Mr. Safo Patrick Raff and then 2IC Yaya Salifu and the entire youth wing in Daniel Mubia Merry Christmas and young callers and Syria callers no one or Kakahunano. Yadinchiakesi at the Mobia. But when about to mean come and see Wabra one Casan, men that was and I mean we so Merry Christmas. One the entire team of Wontumi Radio, Wontumi TV. Akwenya Sonkwa mode ato de amayene se yenso yene Ghana for mekasa emfa oman chechere ne party mu nkomodie enye obia na enya no sa akwenya no de abeye sa de wenuti no I must say I'm very grateful to you in particular and Minya Kwame Edinkra, including the entire team into, I mean, just name them. I see anyone or Kaka Huninano. Dear can see Yakupon Unsham Nonyam Kesepa, ye Mashri away Hubiano, Yame Onshe Anemo. I remember you called the National Delegate Congress, special package I arranged the mom. I was so grateful to you on that one. Yen Semian between me. I can say Yankopon Kayahono and Kakranka, you do a yam pempensua, Yin be saying testimony. And I made say you are Andin so and we pa. Couple and Opebia will be
Thomas Yao Owusu Andy.
Mr. Thomas Campbell.
Or the Thomas.
Oh, I see.
I'm say, yes, our part on a bed nagu. No, I say, I bed nagu in the Osesan. And Osesan was saying, of Thomas.
I bet no goes in Kenya Bado.
Now, of our Thomas and the San, you know. We shall go with my friend. I bet no good Thomas.
Okay.
And I said, Thomas, I bet no good. And the seminary, you know.
And dear Randy, the Biano, and of
the first birth certificate, I bet no good.
Oh, okay.
And now, they say the Muye the Thomas.
Okay.
I bet no good Thomas Andy.
Okay. Okay. And the senior will be a man official pa na nefia prince the entire team ni na no. Ye chi obi bia na no pay.
Na nafia de ne de. Ye ne de.
Na nafia na.
Andy Thomas ndi titi bi. Na nafia de ne de. Na nafia de Maryland.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maryland de ne de pa.
More than one. Na bed ne go ndi me ti ho ya ta ba kwaso ma chepa. Enti ohenya ka ne say we in the year under review. Ohenyankopon adaroma megidi se nyankopon wadi ehu afofie in the year 2022 it has been both a year bad and good but me can say we kabum na otiti ani a ohun ne se papaye no edoso sene eye boni a yafemu as a nation and then as a party to nyankopon eni edi ye Oshasi is starting the reorganization exercise from the polling station level through to the coordinators, basically the constituency elections about the regional level and the called the national. Nyankopon Adaroma, Yantimu Jeshiego Antisia Jobiato Ayarisabia. It tells us that indeed MPP as a party is a peaceful political party and that you focus in say you bet to me anya hoden sonko yede beboa amoman Ghana eduma pombia ekron ye pa. So the year 2022 as a party no Nyankopon Adaroma inti ye na candidates ani ade nyina no waboa mietumi atekisa leadership kind of say elections nyina ama bibia ewie ne peye. What is left now and they say mpemfo a yeyi won no ye benya special orientation services e de ama won amonhunu okon a edi anim and why I was ye nyina ye tumi a solid na brane na ye dwumaden eboa ema 2024 elections no the way Ghanaians are looking for say betumi ayesa to me when Ghana for be din koma omo de omo nkasa ye nyina ne say indeed Ghana manya MPP nkwa na betumi manage but as to how we are to go about that one no it depending on us as a party and it no ye kuye nim no ɛno ne nneɛma ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhwɛ ho na yɛtu ho anammɔ but wode yɛ nyinaa no to nsɛnniɛ anim as I said this year regardless of nneɛma akɔ so wiase afanan mu nyinaa Ghana ebi aka yɛ no nyame asane abɛhwɛ yɛn paa and wagye yɛ firi nneɛma bebree ne ɔhaw bebree mu and baabi a yɛbɛdu sesi anaasɛ yɛde ɛnde afei no tumi mehu ne sɛ ɛyɛ nkranhyɛ ɛde ma yɛ no ɛyɛ animuonyam hyɛ kɛseɛ ɛde ma yɛ no talk about baby a fuel jump ye ekoduye any baby a ene was see ebi mu kwa ton 11.73. It tells us as indeed God has been grateful to us as a nation. Shebia eye dora yinso any NCD no or hama na ekoduye and nyankopon daroma yetumi abadan to 8 Ghana cedis. It also tells us indeed nyame wayebi edi amayene. So Oheneba the year 2022, as I said, it has been ups and downs, but ni nyina mo no impagya no yegiri se nyame amana yekese asene eye yenti ase ahwe no. Even though in as much as nyame ebu amia pagya no na ebi mo try say ombetwenyen e de asan nanso nyame na ba se mu yeduru esen nipa de ni no omo ye ya montumi succeed na nyame de no atumi awie ne peye. So as a party we are grateful to the Most High God say watumi aboye ho ban na ebesi ne yenti atenka boni bia de onyene anase tumi krase the front line of our party no de brain na emom no bibia e kire ye nya na se enema nya egu na kwan so a Ghana yenam kwantrene ne so ankakra ye betumi akoduru eye boss asase ne so what it's left once again and see ye betumi safeguard yourself well na ye hu sampa there is a mantle ahead of us and ye nyina etumi aka ye ho abom na ye kasa baako ye tumi train ye ho ye with discipline ni ama kwan ama de e chia no ye tumi asechere aka na yadia tumu akoma paso e de aye adwuma Oheneba 2024 election no enya de be den de amayene because all indicators show say indeed NPP are capable of managing the affairs of our country as compared to other political parties and until de aka nyira ne say niema brebi embeye esia kwan embese ye niema pa ya hyehyɛ as a foundation that ya to wadada. So from polling station through the regional and then to the national level no obia wa said ya Oheneba e was ye na ye de ende afiwe ni etum begin next year na nyankopon ya bebesim no eye na bibia tumi awie ne peye enti afi de nyame adom me did say and the free kakra ake no what ye betwa but ne aka say what is the way forward ye kuye nim no den na e wose ye Oheneba ni bi na oka ye no say nyame omboa yen akokoduro won mayen eye ahoden sononko a ye betumi di aka no kware no akyerɛkyerɛ ye ho na atumi aboa ne asiesie yen afri niema anya ho by so doing no ebema Ghana for ehunu say ampa we are fully prepared see a besan atoa amemu no so ama bibia ewie ne peye. So a lot has been suggested to the government machinery wana okuta 2 million ade no to His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ene abankesie mufuo ni nyina no a lot has been suggested to them. Mejidi said the best Christmas package Ghana for betumi enye fi wona so ye and for that matter as a party nsusue ni bia akwa omuhu ni sensacha ye bemu a ebetumi aboa ama bibia awie ne peye ama ye ntoto ye de kuye nim no etumi di nkunumide abre no that would be I believe say about the biggest Christmas package ebetumi ama Ghana for and in the party NPP and sabetumi aka some are calling for reshuffle if the need is necessary say ye no na Oheneba betumi aboa ama ye party front no etumi well strengthener Oheneba think leaders should consider that one na etumi mboa ne ebi mususu some ministers omolusu ye kind of saying the one competence at the office are all handled no and that in painful to me looking into it even to some of the MMDCs some CEOs and others no ebi mu hia faces ebetumi strengthen the institutions no aboa digidie sonko any resemu eden abre Ghana for including the party at large. I think the leadership should consider some of these things na entumi mboa maybe bia enwi ne peye once obey fortunate enough na obeka so as CEOs as ministers any one waka ho nyina no they should be able to cooperate with their constituencies omo no constituency ni needs awoso omo no Mountain Sasra wono because I've always been saying this one that without the party in power CEO position is nowhere to be found wunyampo no akwatana so go this position no minister or deputy ministers nya dia obenya MMDC position you will never get it but the party nya kwenya etoa no dwumedie so a these positions e kan wasem no ebi na wo ye CEO otena ubetua be minister or deputy minister and we all have a adwuma e was ye to me we cannot afford to lose a year election 2024 not 2024 election no Ghana for side o mukokomoti asaye nshira e dia mayembi
Bright Nyampong I don't know Obuasi West Constituency Youth Organizer la
Oheneba
Mache
mejo so ebru
afishapa
afin kometwe
baby already dia bedru nie
Ebeneza edin kan ma menchia wahwefo no watiefo nyina ba bi ofidie go kan Ghana fa na mu nyina enkanka adehye wo kwa Abre East timamufo ni nyina na menchia constituency executive polling station executive and the coordinators how mo kwa Abre East omo adwumaso a omo aye de aboa party no emfie dudu yi nyina constituency executive headed by Frederick Kajima Mensa and ably supported by Kwabre Enyamesem sa pepe na omo Obaya Santua Obo Muchidom as women's organizer Lady Ankroma do na friend Kapu one no so Ebo Muchidom ti entire executive no ebe chia omo na mencha me municipal chief executive Oheneba Opoku Ajima Bonsu ono so Obaye mehwe na ho kekra so far adwuma wo ye ne ntoto ye ne ade na I think say kwabrefo enche bia bi di ho fa so ama bibia ye kama enra na your general meeting your last general meeting na ye for the year yeah member of parliament Wontumi about to yankra ma ono so
nankra na say the entina Wontumi ama
also mo pon I think say the previous day no parliament in 4 something in the morning ti omo pon ya na abre hakra
sa okay
and I think say that to me was satisfactory excuse, but in the previous times our my assembly no kwasem na intwe but enrade we
previous times na on my excuse be aso ma
na maintaining kakra but enrade for
and as a reason be ma nintia omba
at least or send them a message to that effect into I think say we can oblige
the new year resolution no
possibly and that would be fantastic if that is so. Enti ebansa na yenyina na fe menchia na nanu atrankonwa na na sasi ayeboafo a owo mamponten na menchia na semprempe entry kasa mu hene na nanu atrankonwa nyina mechia wo na Oheneba Kwabre ye wo menkrofobia omobo michidompa omo from go movement for Kwabre East and go no George Opon na omo etwanity aye
okay go movement George Opon movement go okay movement no say be move go and abego
until the go movement is going for the go social media handlers nyina led by a board Kwame Ohene a champion tutor of
acknowledge omunyina
go movement for nyina omunyina commander Odru Medoma Odru ha ukramu den Richard Badin kwakunum obehu Ebenezer squad ni bebre e free Kwabre afana nyina ba bia obia ote go movement Munia George Opon anope me ma obia Merry Christmas and in advance Happy New Year. Nti man etaya chini nyina so we acknowledge all of them. Go movement. You see said the emutra na etre the membership no is becoming big and bigger. Na I think say and this wadi huna a war go movement for no any suni nyina no. Nyame adom ebrepem no ebebem. Na also so they say intimi nkonya mu Oheneba wona wama platform kese ya da bia man 40 enka anopa bia woni ebo team the production ni nyina mamu nyina nso so official pa na yeda mo ase nso so na orempe mu asiedu na ono ankasa nso so wame anya ba bia atena no yewura Bernard Antwibu asiako ai na ono so nyame on snada epa na on timimfa NPP party no enkobo sha asase no so yenim se nipa bi prayer asenka obefiri ho na so esanse na dwuma a wo ye no nyanwie no he has an unfinished business nyame epeso oto aso no ye nti no he is still always the man in the affairs na yabeda obi bia ase na afimu emse nyame eni ediniye in spite of the supposed gloomy atmosphere na yehu no nyame ni ediniye o hwe efiri afim fiti ase a no kwasem ni oyi covid the free ho na said drew a brebi later part of this year no said na niama mu ye den corona just na ni da so na yasa na so nyame eni ediniye asoman na mpanimfo a wodon edom yen afi. It has always been my position say Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo was the president that was given to us by ourselves as Ghanaians timely. Nebra obedi o mampani no me ye sure say nyame na ehyehyeye eye bibia afi na me yati nyame ase kwan fa so a yetimi lose election in 2008 because na nyame wo brebi opese ene enipa bi opese odne be djuma. But for the prudence and the effective and efficient management of Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo of this country, no. Ebia o man ge ni ba bia yedro. The COVID dey amanfoforo course so kuduru here and a kwan of us so handle here there. We as nyina he was acknowledged the president wetimi abon homodin na kwan of us so to and Ghana for nyina di ho adanse say kwan of us so handle the COVID issue and the matters arising there from no na eyade a eso ani na eno yenena mu kakra o man no sikasem so eye se hwe ase agi ne nsem kakra no eno so nam so ma eniema mu ye den no eni o hwe nhyehyɛ egu apaso ene eniema people think say it is probably out of magic or out of nothing ena eniema assign the chair but there be nhyehyɛ pa for the managers of the economy ne dey egu akwa mu any entotoye any anamontu any decisive decisions that they've made in respect of the economy and nama and eniema pagya ni mu in the positive way a megidi sese de ebetimi aboa Ghana fo nyina ama obia so ehun ato no yesi a mo man ne hyehyɛ mu no in the next year His Excellency the Vice President Amaya Hun say we are going for oil for good starting from next year first quarter. Yeah. And so in the Q1 when the oil for good start here, we will not need much dollars for the oil companies, no. OMCs in here no more here dollar be $400 million every quarter or what to go and buy fuel. I bet me a song mine. Says no dollar in here no then say bio. Nti o mine the city beto good na ya the city na ya the good na ko yenhyehyɛ de ama OPEC no oil producing companies in countries no ya de ma wo mo a na wo na wo so koto oil no you go to Bank of Ghana and pay cedis to Bank of Ghana and you go there no your equivalent of your good worth oil worth a wo pay na won saka e ban sa na in no time oil dollar will not be that hot commodity in the country, and it will not be a store of value as people want us to believe. Say, what do you see? $1,000? They say, cost na wunya bika ho. And then the chances are that 8, it started from the Q1. It may come as low as 4 because I believe sincerely that the real value of dollar to CD should be 5. The real value of dollar to CD, it should be $1 to 5 cedis. And so why I say auto be best a young fan said 12 cities, 15 cities, and I watching so DC and watching say bedroom 20 cities, and now was a son and your or one. So to $100,000, you are going to lose about 800 cities, Sabra not on 1.5 million, about 8. You've lost 700,000 Ghana cities out of nothing.
Yeah,
and it's not worth it. Say nipa about chase ya. There are some people who I almost say almost $1 good them. On first scanning investment be on fan kobangonya what $1 ne good them. People have a lot of dollars on financial, and people who genuinely need the dollar to go and trade businesses now more struggle. So it gives scarcity to that commodity. Na amount for na demand and supply. Ne bono kwara na kosoro. Intino I think we all learn lessons out of it. Now we need kind of sense share any amamuno because as or Jenny BB you think outside the box. Now timidin share papa biba. We in the may who say if you have the men and these are the men. And yes ordinarily they will be able to me be now where they are, then you dwell in a normal path. Until going forward, you know, the or my baby free any baby a drew. And a drew maybe other people want to apportion blame to the government of the day. Yes, a bansa a beja to me and so you bet a man for baby I didn't in fire by free bar. So okay January 2020 2021 January I think during the first parliament election of speaker and near call so any other day because of the nature of the parliament that we have today and the Kwanya Union when this for so they or my no almost a can speakership no a Kwanya Omode Afa so Yura Bambaben every month to be our at the time the Supreme Court ruled say second deputy, first deputy speaker, you have a casting vote. I'll wait to me at Abas in case say Abana Empire because we are member of parliament, you know. When that decision came, I feel in the yare no, Nyamia do me I flew home on Yari beam on 2 coin beam and Hoyare. The Nyamia say ye speaker of parliament. He said no hoye own 2 coin beam Munkosan Hoyare any other. Drew maybe a politics no so one way now my politics no clad so much of your wisdom na obi tinchen ya obe fan say sa na bi a what but e bia na onim say wo ye mischief and answer politics na wo de ye na ye ntine say nyame adom parliament as stands now no as omo your business smoothly bibia koso now budget frustration we pass e-levy yempe mobilize ska locally ne yemfa so ye ho asene to avoid going into IMF because when you go obviously there will be conditionalities. In order to avoid that yenhye ye ho na ye yempe sika wo man mu yemfa adwenfo from ra everybody is talking about widening the tax net and also e bi ni say area bi wo ho no industry bi wo ho venture bi wo ho no yen taxi wo mo a ho no wutimi bi tax no de ko ho nanke tax wo mo bi. And we know say over the years this telcos and the mobile banking industry no it has grew so huge asika ifiri ho no mobile ne banking e bi a regular banking bi kura no a regular bank bi kura bi ho a onya sika transactions e cost wo mobile banking no banks bebre o kan mo bom kura mo de nrusa enti ebraso say say etimi aban so nya bibi kakra ho because mind you platform mo de adwuma ni nyina ya aban na ayo bibi e cost bia is done by normal use until saban so obeje to kakra ho in the form of electronic levy e ho beye de ho krum hanom unim de nuanom ndisi for kwan om de fast nchirichiri mu om de mai deliberately our distorted facts our asheda say sa asem usika they painted the picture as though usika da phone so kra na ban abetibi and omu we no in order so omu amanfo be hu say omu sheda na omu yes no their leadership went to parliament when he was touting himself say omu idea of parliament no the omu ka kire and say omu na etimi frustrate aban no ama aban na ntimi enye sika and the okwa IMF eno ama na ni age ama na ni je mu no ohu ni say at the end of the day aban no etimi atwate the effort of the government ama aban no are frustrated to me acquire MFA, then they have achieved their goal. But at the end of the day, to what end? Na or minus a CSE Jama or Sebua, a diska, and I want so over Audible. And he say, yeah, politics now, a room maybe we should apply some wisdom. Na who's or more mind who don't so and to Yakuma Sokakra in doing all this politics. And he, best going forward, you know. I think that also as party we have a responsibility and a role to ensure say aban no bekoso atena ban mu because yes won say be order and say won say the tie bia so oni wa ba wo mu dia ye den ya ye bobodin a odin ebebam bi say wote oye MPP ni na aban no wa ban mu na afi say ebi a bibi nson so onya bibia enti no obu afu me nkoto aba me nye campaign me nye adwuma ma aban ne ade a you realize say why na wo ye ho because at the end of the day wo no wa ban mu mpo na when that so say an expectation say bibi beduru so and say there's possibility say won so betime nya mo bi afiri aban na ho no and also obuafu na akọ opposition a eno de yetwa no yetwa wudin mo afiri system no eno de na and the obenya den
NDC for be
so that is the point that we making NDC for me ya na man for ebi a compare DC to MPP in respect of full soldiers are and me meet one of my mates Akalelu
yeah Samed
no you're on a communication officer in national region masa no many power ask yourself how many day
so you senior or IBMNG
yes somebody was my member at my assembly when I was
I think
yes and I mean a lot of them you can count a lot of them wow mono which means the frustrations any day you know you realize say when you kono bia and no attractive bia yes you may see some few people at the top now mono enjoy because mono opulence and that is their style enjoy any day yes who bet me hunu bisa na no when you come to their grassroots trust me there's nothing pleasure over there bibia ni ho akono ho enti NPP for we have a responsibility anya hwe no this is the government that will come and at least initiate in some form of proper interventions ebeboa ma wo na nkasa kra na ebia ofi se we anya hwe indirectly you benefit because at the end of the day and there say me electoral area I don't think so be beba mo say oba be pay ska say they kwa kutie school fees because nanado dan kwa kufu ado free SHS and that is one of the benefits I'm enjoying. Enti anya hwe bi a ema me ho directly but e kwan bi so nke bi a de be free me ho akọ obi ho no ene eni ho biem there are so many interventions abenya as you compare NPP to NDC it is incomparable because said the TB and you realize that enema NPP de egu akwa mu eboa nipa yeni bi mobrowa for ne you know what they compare you realize that NDC has none to show for it. Inti yen MPP for no yemi ani so de ho na say any party ahodwo a wompe I just say ordinary kotena amakum na makone konene no ho na obehu say na ba bia na ote ne ye enti yemmomodin say de ekuremu no yemmo ye mpanifo ye members of parliament ye executive ye leadership no yemmo mu chidom na yentimi nya adwumaden na 2024 no breaking the date no enya possible na fe almost so a ewo positions in government no almost so almost check on my lifestyle it be overly you know opulent and those things emwa ehye nipa bi abufu ema grassroots near disgruntled ema omo eboto ebu abamu enti me bi ho mo check on my lifestyle position you are there as chief executive you are there as you are there as minister or whatever not because of your education not because of your title not because of your hard work but because the government and NPP is in power it is a government and NPP no enipa eboama no enya power no also so bibi kakra ni ana so what tene on same kakra ama bia so bi nom so ama grassroots no you empower them in a sort na bibia e kamanya say wo bibia benya bia no for nko na any people around you and your cronies na ebinom to take it mo girlfriends ni ade na she nipa bufo and the party co-opposition enya adwuma obeya na wanye because say adwuma nko anka 2018 ke anko opposition but a dream maybe a marketing kitty way when training watimi wakame no say yetimi manage a process no from polling station to the national level. So the only I'm say jump aka flag bearership say nyame ya adom na flag bearership no so yetimi manage ni na yetimi nya somebody everybody will be able to rally around the person will be any clean campaign. At the end of the day, delegates ne kasa wi or makasa wi. That is the verdict of the delegates. The ebe no ye nyina etime nya koma party atachire a pushy party na amena etime awene. E do the members of parliament and also so and also the leadership, especially Justin Kodia, should be able to be assertive. Very well, so be so you want people who will be contesting. There are MPs people who may not even contest them. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Because you know, you ne by virtue of our position as
I know they are feeding me bomb pies and means
say Obi say young contest will be. Oh, near say young contest will be by
or you saw about for cry. Why, yeah, you man 105% could be contested.
Oh, you see,
and that is my prayer.
Fine. So in your contest, but to be one, you see, a Juma be a wire. And in a relationship with people, and no more on be a better chance and you see, but say a cobase, ye the name maybe you go deliberately said, ye bet me. I'm a twin crofwa name, ye be year will be, ye bet will be a science year man call any other city see year last previous year and more problems. Chinchina we go no post near the adeno and no na MPB. But willingly, the constituency in agrees.
The MPs post no mumpe.
Very well, say where your contester. I mean it's well and good. But say we be
na womo constituency for enyi our concerns bebre no ayemo ko no post.
That I agree with you.
Do na.
Yes, because we share some areas omoko no post na things like kasa $100.
Bebre
kasa $100. Inti going forward no a constituency na you member of parliament a omope no fit say we ni betime di anim aboa constituency no so say mo kwa koyi nipa no so dey ama we should consider say nipa na okoyi na ba no you are electing that person for the larger community that you represent in that electoral college no and this who kwa koyi na say won so wan nwene hu ye na wadwen ye o say ebia some consideration bi enye the constituency's interest na ade kokoyi at the end of the day obeyi ne na ba no eno na ma obi pie mu wo independent ana bibia abohu say na independent net me akọwen because wo baby it is a typical NPP zone na say yitimi ewene a independent me wene a it tells you say all was not well within the process now mo dey ade ni nyina because obi betimi out of mischief so we call independent and no be omokwa enkwesehwe but you realize say genuine cause people empathize with that person and they go with that person and therefore me na say nyame na adom na baby ekosi and say see na ho a nka sem by enti no process no your best say leadership no and I believe in the competence of Justin Kodia. He was my senior at the KNUS.
Say the next parliamentary primaries no clear banadi enye obi ene baby bi say obi a contest obi an so obi contest obi party na nkasa no has decided says 7 so no the last time
yeah, we should learn from
it individual bi na ebeka say me ba ye na say transfer taking decision me say we will do things right. The party Nankasan has decided to do things right.
Exactly so. Because you see, are going forward. Party na who says a co-positioner. You will be a honor on a co-positioner. Wa me we dada. But you will be if you see a co-positioner, you hire him because we realize that NPP were memoir. No. At least PBB where be or directly, indirectly, the policy be beba ebe boa wankasa. going for me. I've always maintained say na your MPP wo at the time I started secondary school and na MPP bi wo ho no this pro intervention by say free SHS aba we SHS a ultimate the Ghana card co bank ekokwaji loan na ultimate the call tertiary institution probably the way na be am party and probably be as average kamikuta kran kamikuta be a PhDs no ke be am kuta be 3-4 but bibia sa na ni ho and the circumstances some of us went through before we were able to pass through secondary school education no yam pese ye nuanom keto ebedi e chine be faces our problem no. It is only when MPP is in government that we will be able to maintain this free SHS. Trust me, say MPP ni government mu say see ya anya hwe no. When we return to doom so it will affect everybody in the country, including the MPP people who may think say bibinti menkoke campaign menye say it will affect you. Say say yenya nsuo no ma it will affect you. Say say free SHS ye twemu it will affect you, or even your sibling, somebody who is closer to you ever affecting no. Free NHIS it will come to its knees when NDC is in power. These pro-poor interventions, because their birth, their brainchild, no, they don't know how to handle them, and they don't have the commitment to handle them. It is MPP that will be able to handle it. Tiabesre, say party mano, ye nyina into ya for ni enhye ye ho den. Na yesi empani se achia emui, esina bebu nyina ade. Oheneba medase.
Okay, lawyer George Opon, Oye Kwabri East Municipal Assembly presiding member. Honorable Kosukura du Marche.
Oheneba mejoso.
Where?
Jana duma de pachi ese ya sene city bia na ehoye.
Ti anope wadidi.
Anope de menya ni di manu musio.
Oh, okay. Ti manya nsa ma hunsuo.
Oh, me bedu ya na ma musio.
Okay. Ade ne nsuo ni fie. Hana be no musio.
Oh, ne nsuo me fie. Ba se eja ade echi na open ntem na wa bedi nkomo a. Me no bi wo fie.
Oh, okay.
Se me so anope bia me no musio.
Mention of to say
ma menchia me mpesua so fie na me fa kwanya so na menchia asantima so nyina. Menchia no of boko. Asundwem na yede wo ho na enkan cross nyame adom kakra yeguso a yede ko ene enuanom ntemu nyina so ye kama just that there are challenges that we still face as a constituency, and in general terms challenges all over, but in all of it meet me agina na mesini pia ka say bibia ye asundwem empesua no so.
How has the year been?
In two folds. One challenging, the other aspect too, you can say it's been very fruitful. Challenging in the sense on both fronts. I mean, if you look at Parliament and you look at the Constituency, both have been challenging. Because we were mining in and in extension, the whole world. I think that we've continuously said, maybe I can be say you are belittling the point, but no. Niema no, niema esi, niema ebaya na ehunsunsu aso no. Yekasia we are seeing no my money and in extension ebisu ha me so many person so for. And yes, it was challenging, but however in all of these challenges no abai ne modern mo enu yesu ya hofama wo sumu a didi yenu anu mo kan se de kwakosum ni ntino. It's been fruitful for us, although say senior person niema nkesi kwane nimu no enya ne sa ne koye, but however baby I think say most people also did not expect say we'll get to where we are and when the papa yemu ni yemu say no. So whilst it's been challenging, it's also been very, very fruitful, and we are counting on our hard work and the benevolence of God. Because in effect, say now I believe so but say now now say it becomes a bit difficult to see the benefits that all of those things will bring about. But whilst challenging, very fruitful also.
Parliament, Master Mbakora Bay.
Yes, so I'm kind of a lawyer for the Latin is almost in there, which means a Yama date. But we are looking at maybe in about 6 weeks' time maximum.
Jimonia.
Yeah, Magiani, I think
Munni Brunya.
Heavy Brunya is any adwuma no didn't demo near said in if you be adwuma. Because so one cry. Now we pray now we but most of you won't be ma for any mediation. I will say we have this warm bebo so hano and on bit and especially in our times now. Could you imagine you call Parliament on the 21st, say you call rise on the 21st. You started meeting around 10:30, 11. The rising at the 22nd, 4 a.m. So they say. So in such a case, if you can't watch it, busy will make near point, but me have a constituency about here. What to know if you are my dear son, change. So it becomes a bit of a difficulty. But I almost persuade as soon as I could see an name. Into prayer, how we you need to come to you know, a bride, your mind say we should be able to come and engage with our constituents. You may the buy and pompon so do. What are the challenges still being faced by our people? So you now could do you know exactly where to hit and how to hit it, so that the benefit that you intend that these projects, these programs would bring to your people, no, will be manifested. So yaba be ye adwumani ani anuanom no aba be che Yesu ewo no a yaba be wo no say radio adum yaba benya a gift that is eternal. Yesu awon an eternal gift that has been given to us. Enum na was yaba ni ani anuanom be dey ebe share wom. Whilst we are sharing that, no, the challenges that we find, the problems that we find, what solutions can we provide? Uno mu nyina atena se na mudi ho nkoma watimi so ayede and also to touch base with the constituency. Any pay womb to touch base with your party, to touch base with community, for opinion leaders, stakeholders. So it's important to do that because opinion leaders in the it builds all capacity, no resource base now in terms of knowledge. So you'd use that to pursue the progress and development of your constituency and the communities within it, and in extension, the whole country near Satemai. So that is what we are coming to do in this 6 weeks.
Parliament this year, not to say, especially for you.
Oh, for me, it's a continuous learning process, and now we know more of it, you know. It's giving us an opportunity to learn very quick, and especially on my part. And the reason being that also the difficulties and the challenge that we faced in the previous parliament and the last meeting in the corridor. Also, this time around, we've been able to build more consensus. How did leadership, together with all of us, achieve that? You need to learn that, and we've learned that. So, we were here discussing approval and disapproval of the budget, and this year, it means we've learned from it. We've been able to achieve what we term as consensus building. Although, yes, we still agree. And that is a major achievement. And how did we achieve that? And that. Secondly, there have been things that we have to do. And you have so much insight of some of these things. The Parliament has much more resourcing and satisfying, and also a learning curve that we've been able to achieve very quick. Because if we are to apply the trade the way we are applying it now, and also learning from the footsteps of Mpanyin no money idea, anywhere we are now, or not there. We still have a lot to contribute towards national development, and you cannot contribute towards national development to bring about progress money idea without learning the rudiments of some of these jobs that we take upon ourselves. So it's been very, very fruitful, and I'm hoping and praying so the one that we are going into in 2023 will be far better than this one, because we have a set target ahead of us, whether in government, whether in opposition, and as a majority or a minority. A team of Pony and say, how do we develop this country for its people? And that should be our focus. And I believe that is what now is being driven. I think that is superb.
Your memorable days or settings or events in the house?
I would say every single day behind in the house, was very, very memorable. And let me say this, and also I mean, leaders, honorable say chairman Sabun. So I say, and why I say so is a memorable day, and being in your studio. I think the 3rd of November is set aside as International Journalist Day. That is to stop crimes against journalists. And interestingly, on that day, I think we're having discussions over some of these things. We were actually man of Freme. Freme had done a note chairman, and the note contained a full statement written by himself for that day. And we have to try and deal with the document in the chairman. So I was saying, Daniel speaker said you'd have to read and contribute to that on the end. And you see, yes. So
no pre-discussion.
No. You see, when leadership sit in front there and you are behind them money, no matter where you sit, your contribution is always seen. So they say. So when there are things to be done, he recognizes individuals who at any point in time can fit into that to do. At any point in time, that with me, I said, so, and you see why I feel that I would want to talk about that in particular. And I said, journalism and as the media has become the fourth estate, and on our airboy to nurture our democracy to where we would want to be, and to have that opportunity to contribute towards beefing up our journalism, our media, and also to be able to totally eradicate crimes against journalism in any form. Beyond, I think is a very, very, very idea that needs to be said of. But aside, and no money at the end, every single day in the chamber, every single day in the premises of Parliament, every single day at committee levels has been so much memorable, because you can't take one out of the other, because one starts, it leads into another, and it leads into another for us to have a conclusion. As a warrior, an argument, money ideas, if it be in philosophy or syllogism, it must always have the premise, it has the body before you get to the conclusion. You cannot have a conclusion without the premise. And if your conclusion doesn't flow from your premise, you are wrong. And if your premise differs so much also from your conclusion, you are also wrong. So in all, you put that together, it tells you, say, whole in whole, every single day in Parliament has been very memorable in the last 1 year.
8th Parliament of Ghana, NPP MPs. Money more buying, money more party. What story are you writing for yourselves?
Or
what story do you think you are writing for yourselves?
I say this 8th Parliament has been very unique. In the BBR, the composition of it, BBR has been very unique. And this 8th Parliament has also brought to the fore the expressive nature of each of the arms of government. And I say so because maybe I don't want to feed into your mind to draw what you want to see. But I know probably portions of our last meeting, any the events that may have unfolded during those periods informs the question that you'd want to ask. I mean, you remember portions of it in Parliament, and I would when the majority side, that is how I would want to put it, because at the end of the day, it ended up becoming a majority decision. Say, maybe we would also want to tell our president, say, we would want one of our own to sit aside. I believe that is what we are trying to ask. What story are we trying to write? It is not one that is being done, and I say it's a story that we are writing out of the stance of obliquity on the part of any person. It's about the good of every single person at any point in time, and it may change and vary at starting on a payment, maybe we but it doesn't mean it was out of malice and it was for the greater good. What we would want to do is say, at least we would want to build ourselves and the institutions of this country very strong. We would want to make sure that every aspect of our society, every aspect of our country, every aspect of our economy is having that resilience to survive and stand on its own. And secondly, what we would also want to say and write is say, regardless of what happens, Oheneba, no matter what, we should be able to disagree and agree and work together. Because then send your name here, most people would have felt that it would have been very, very, very so even getting to the end of the year when there will be some stance beer, it will not augur well for the party and for the government, because they are binding the war party na who are buying. Who are buying them, then it also give birth to the legislature. Until the me party in the oh no, but saying money me and now was 7 years okay. It doesn't mean he ain't mean traffic near the crow. I name said them kwabede ebebreye. But we need to be expressive of what our disagreements are, and those should not be taken out of context. And I believe that in that expressive nature, the approach has always also been better. We should always be looking at the approach. So that's it. And that's all why some kind of doesn't mean that you may probably say it in any way, anyhow, in any money. All of those things have been a lesson that each of us and all of us may have learned. And going forward, I know that we are going to have greater and broader consultation for because we need to make sure that one, our government survives. If our government survives, our party survives and triumph. And if our party survives and triumph, we can always give back to government. It is only in us as the NPP that we always give back to government. It may be more mind church than in Punto economy. Or my defa pimpatu woma in chima somba about benefit. So in anything that we do, we've learned that we cannot disagree, say we are going to strike ourselves down, but we should disagree to make sure, say, we come to a congruence, and that is the approach that we must be taking going forward. And that may have informed some of the decisions that may have been taken. But by and large, I think everything has been well, everything is moving on well. And I believe, say, we just have to hold on to the boat that we have. Because we cannot leave what we are doing now for anybody to come and continue. It's not possible. The challenges are there. I mean, I believe if you walk onto the streets and you hear so much money are there. Here we have more kind of, I'm not saying that out of the negative, but they are only prompting us to be on our toes. How do we do that? We ought to listen from all angles, put them together, and just go pour them to the basket and have solutions to it. And that is the approach that we are going to put. So we are writing a history for ourselves. Be expressive in anything that you want to do, but be decorous in that, be very timely in that, and be appreciative of the point of the other person. And put them together and shuffle it. What is CNE send to Mansa? I sent to Mansa. We're going to just be bringing go.
Yeah.
ABS will be but the Mra Butra, Jumfono Benya, no the better, no the Amabesun shining in our money and will come with a cracker.
Yeah.
We are not the palm star nifra now, they send out the Namwa. And to money by Nika by a first in BBA. I win 12 phones as our way for money a dear. So they say that is the approach. No matter how we shred the things together, we must always find a place in our heart and in our minds. I bet can see any moon sawa FFA. And that is the beauty of what we intend doing. And only how the
2023 we have a country to govern.
Yes.
Which of course party no our bind on the behe. I mean yes I be going into if certain universities are better there a special delegate conference for presidential primaries, and then maybe later in the year minimum timetable and for the Bababontin ya kwakoye and non so bind the whole party the honum. I don't know, say MPs much as the demo home koma. How are you going to position yourself, say you will fit in well and then manage such situations, because 2023 now will be so prepare later in